morning, everybody.
Oh, Harry! Oh, yeah, Harry.
You know, there comes a time when you probably ought to stop broadcasting. I probably should have quit about 5 years before I passed.
I think we should have quit about 20 years ago.
That's okay. I've been listening since 10. I can't make anything out of it.
What am I accounting? What do I know? We only deal in truth here.
Oh, my God. What world am I living in? Scott Barter's making me laugh.
Don't you feel a little stupid? Go over there this afternoon. Throw your worm in the water. See how that works out.
Throw your worm in the water means something different in Los Angeles.
Well, it means about the same thing here in Kenosha. Wow. Things haven't changed.
That's what I'm saying. I can't make heads or tails which part is which.
Was a virgin sacrifice?
Not that I recall. We couldn't find one.
And not in Kenosha anyway, right?
Get through what you got to get through, Scott.
This program is a real challenge.
Good morning, everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the January 26th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today Weekly Report. And we could probably fade that out a little bit. Attaboy. Red wire it, as they say.
Whatever you do, don't cut the red wire.
Oh, don't cut the cheese and don't cut the red wire here. Coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP. We are streaming live and booming across the very bitter cold cornfields of the Midwest, reaching out to over 1.4 million listeners residing here in the Kenosha Today nation. Being brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. With us this morning, my personality advisor, now in charge of helping us bring a more kinder and gentler Kenosha Today show. Elmo Schneider is here in the Enchanted Kingdom.
Good morning, Uncle Scotty. You wearing your electric underwear today to keep warm?
I'd rather not say. Hey, Jake, kill the band. Also with us, my boyhood hero, our video coordinator, Spider Ronnie, the Love Doctor.
Look out, they gave him a mic today.
At our Camp Happy Face.
I am Johnny Fever. Yeah.
Oh, I knew this was going to be.
Yeah, I am in control.
Wacky Wayne is in transit. There was apparently an emergency. One of the vans broke down.
Broke down on the way to remote.
Jake here is doing
a fine job.
A very fine job here. And learning what a very high-powered radio show is all about. Right, Jake?
High-powered we can go with, sure. It's only 2 minutes in. The wheels can still fall off this thing pretty quick here, so...
Quicker than they normally do.
Jake, we've only been here 7 minutes and already.
Elmo, remember Johnny Fever?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, when we were getting ready,
KRP.
and Spider's over there, and I said, Elmo, we'll put a microphone in front of him.
It's a big mistake.
Anyway, Wacky Wayne's on his way someplace. Anyway, this week, the Kenosha Today Secret Word Challenge is sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services.
It's spelled correctly this week.
Well, was there ever any doubt? The Kenosha Today Brain Trust has pre-selected this morning's secret word, and the first caller to say that will win a $20 Boathouse gift card. Coming up after the 10:30 weather break, Kenosha's fastest-growing game show sensation, the Lightning Round of City in Jeopardy, is sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And then, after the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, written on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. The top 10 good things about having a snow emergency here in Kenosha. See, Jake, you probably never understood how all that stuff can be packed into just one show.
You guys do like a 20-minute show then, right?
Yeah. Boy. Boy, he's filling in.
He learns fast.
Learning on-the-job training.
Go ahead and hit that tap button right there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? All right. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning.
How you doing there, Bubba?
I've got the facts behind the ending of the temporary government shutdown, say.
Okay.
Let's hear him.
Let's hear him.
Well, secretly, Congress had a meeting, and they all gathered and sat around and listened to Johnny Mathis tunes, followed up by one of my all-time favorites. They played True Love Ways by Buddy Holly. When they were done, in came some food, see. They brought in
Free?
grilled shrimp over rice along with buttered corn. Everyone sat down and ate, and then came the true prize, an all-you-can-eat salad bar.
Well, no wonder they solved the shutdown. Who
Everything was taken care of after that. See, some good music and a fine salad bar cures everything.
Were you
I agree.
Were you slow dancing with Nancy Pelosi?
No, I was spinning the vinyl, see.
Okay.
Enjoy your program.
Okay.
Thanks, Bubba.
Thanks, Bubba. All right. Well, I knew we'd get to the end.
Off
of
to
that.
a flying start.
Off to a flying start.
See?
See. Also, during that half hour, we'll be playing Stump the Chumps, and we're going to allow one of our lucky listeners an opportunity to see if they are actually smarter than the chumps that sit here. Now, Jake, we're not referring to you as a chump.
I'm pretty easily stumped. I mean, I do the Thursday night show here on LIP, right? Mm-hmm. And Jerry Booth's got the segment where he calls Stump the Kid, and he thinks he can get me most of the time, and he can't. So I'd like to see you try and stump me, honestly, if you think you can.
Well,
The callers call.
the callers try to stump us.
Yeah, see.
See? Yeah.
So,
Cold outside.
Jake, have you been to broadcasting school?
I have not. No, I went to University of Wisconsin Whitewater for journalism for about half a year.
Oh.
Then I realized I didn't know anything, and they didn't know anything, so we were both wasting each other's time.
So you're a WIP.
So I'm here. I figured, let me go somewhere where my talents will be valued, right?
Yeah, and nobody else knows anything here, too, right? You're probably well overqualified for this job, see? Oh, God, now I got me doing it. Anyway, and there's more, boys and girls, after the 11:30 break, our weekly editorial segment. What are we calling it, Elmo?
As the snowblower turns.
As the snowblower turns. And, our friend K-Dog, he's got this snowblower, and it seems to be breaking down.
I thought it was
And
brand new.
Well, here's what I think is happening. His wife, you got to follow this, is sabotaging this snowblower on purpose so that he has to go out and shovel in hopes that he'll have a heart attack.
That could
and she'll
be.
collect on the 200,000 big ones.
Yeah. Is that all he's got?
Well, that she knows about.
Is that all you got?
Referring to an insurance policy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Spider, hang with us now. It gets even better, folks, for those who might have forgotten. Tomorrow at noon, each and every Sunday, you can relive the magic here on AM 1050 WIP. Jake, we are recording this, right?
Ready? Oh,
This is being recorded, yes. And in addition, we've got a caller right now.
Yep.
Oh, I see that. Mm-hmm. All right. Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
Good morning, Jake and everyone.
Hey,
Morning, Shirley.
Jake's just here 10 minutes. And, okay, well, welcome.
He's already
Jake.
the star of the
He
show.
is already the Kenosha Today Show starring Jake the Snake.
I
We got to
know
give him
Jake. I've met Jake. Jake's a great guy.
Okay. Well, what about the rest of us? What are we, chopped liver?
Yep.
You're pretty good too.
Oh. Yeah, I just thought of that. Everybody here, Jake's got to have a nickname. So Jake the Snake is it for you, buddy?
Well, I don't.
What do you got? A better
He's a
one?
football player.
Oh, Jake the Snake. Yeah.
Jake
A
the
wrestler.
Jake the Snake, the wrestler. I was
No,
gonna
I
say,
met Jake. I met Jake. He's a good guy.
I get
Yeah.
Jake from State Farm a lot, too.
You do what?
Jake from State Farm.
Yeah.
People ask me where I keep my
Yeah.
khakis most of the time.
Yeah.
Jake from Stig Farm.
Anybody else
How
want to
cold
chip in
is it
here?
out there?
Jake, how cold is it?
It's so cold
It's so cold.
that a dog was outside.
Anyway, so
It's so cold. It's so cold. I can't get to the pot in my garage.
Uh-oh. That's a crisis. Call 911.
let's have a government
I
shutdown.
know. Emergency. Yep.
We're shutting down the pot people since you can't get to your garage, and we'll call the president and Nancy Pelosi and little Chucky Schumer, and they'll figure it out for you.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. It's pretty darn cold out there, but.
That's the third time you've said that, Shirley.
Yep.
Is this all you're bringing to the table? I mean, this is not going to look good on you.
Well, I talked about Jake, how good Jake is.
That's about the fourth time you said that, too. What, do you call you up and write this
I
material
think
for
she's
you?
got a little cabin fever there. She probably
Yeah.
go a little stir crazy. That's
Yeah, I am. Oh, my gosh. What are you going to do?
Yes,
It's going to get worse.
Yep.
Hang
So-
on. It's good. It's
snow?
going to get worse next week.
Wisconsin.
If Wayne was here, do you know how to hit a drop there, Jake? That Wisconsin?
What are we looking at? Let's see. let's
Wisconsin
see.
weather report.
Wisconsin weather report.
Here's the thing, though, is this thing's a maze. I gotta find where
I
it
know
is
it.
now.
Yep.
Weather report. Weather
Hello,
report. Weather report.
Yeah, we can do it
That's
later.
right,
We
if
can
you
have the
can
entire
find it,
show
yeah.
to do that.
We have.
Wisconsin!
Attaboy, Jake!
There you go.
Snow. Wisconsin's getting 12 inches of snow or over. It's going to be 30 plus centimeters of snow to hit Wisconsin. It's supposed to be a lot of snow and strong winds. It's supposed to be very stormy
All right,
conditions
Jake.
in Wisconsin.
We can kill that one. All right,
we
Shirley.
get the message.
Hey, you know,
We get the picture, what it is. It's lousy out there.
I'm gonna let you go after this, but you know, now that you're coming in here and you're putting the moves on young Jake here, Gunga is not going to be happy. He's thinking you're his woman. So
Oh, and I got to say,
Two-timer.
I got to say hi to Gunga, and I hope he calls. His birthday, I know, is in January near mine, so I got to tell him happy birthday.
okay, all right.
Okay.
Well, that's okay. Good.
Okay.
All right, Shirley. Well, you stay warm.
Okay. Love you.
Yep.
Love you guys. Stay
Love you
warm.
too, Shirley.
Bye, Jake. Bye, Jake.
Oh, Jesus. Jeez. Jake, 15, 16 minutes and you're already a chick magnet.
Yep.
That's what this radio.
I have that effect on people. I'm
Yeah.
using.
A whole new world is going to open up to you after this show.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be down with Shirley's signing 8x10 glossies for $5.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we are recording this, and you can watch the replay or listen to the replay on this tomorrow at noon. No excuses because there's no football game. The NFL finally decided they weren't going to go
You have the
up
Pro
against
Bowl
us.
going on at some point, but
Oh,
who cares about
yeah.
that?
But the NFL just decided to kind of give in like Trump did. He folded like a cheap suit, and the NFL gave in because they didn't want to go up against ratings on our replay show tomorrow.
That's right.
So, and then you can stay tuned on Spectrum's channel 14, Tuesdays at 5, Wednesdays at 6. And so for you late night owls, you can get, if you get overserved on a Friday night, the ever popular 2:30 a.m. Saturday replay. Well,
Yeah, it's something.
you know, I had an email, and the guy's wife says, "Do I have to stay awake for this?" He says, "The show or me?" Anyway, and everybody can now sign up with the thousands of our fans and listeners who have joined the Kenosha Today Nation and liked us on Facebook. And let's see, you can visit our Kenosha Today web design. Hey, Jake, if you feel inclined on a Friday at 3 p.m., we have a what we call a production meeting at the Boathouse.
I don't normally feel inclined to wake up at 3 p.m. on a Friday, so
3 p.m.?
3 p.m.
Oh, 3 p.m.
you guys would be surprised. I can motivate. I can sleep in that late pretty easily. You're talking about that
to be young
2:30 a.m.
again.
Saturday?
No. I'm talking about our production meeting.
No, that's what I'm saying though. 2:30 a.m. Saturday. That's like breakfast for me. So like, and
What's
then
the replay?
Yeah, 3 a.m. is this replay, but then they meet at the boathouse.
At 3 p.m.
I like the boathouse.
3 p.m.
Yeah, I'll see if Friday.
You do you drink?
I'll be there. Absolutely.
Oh, boy. Bring some money.
Wayne is in the house.
And, you know, it's been kind of a rather slow news week, Elmo. Let's see, the campus couple, Nancy Pelosi and Chucky Schumer, they continue to spar with the president. And meanwhile, the Trumpster showed him when he canceled out on a State of the Union speech that he wasn't invited to. And then, let's see, the Brewers are renaming Miller Park.
Yeah.
And the New Orleans Saints got screwed in their playoff with the Rams. Let's see what else here. Kenosha Unified being highly criticized for keeping the schools open during the 5-inch snowstorm last week. And get this, a bank in the uptown Brassville area got robbed
Got
again.
robbed. Yep.
Second time.
Jeez, my vacation trip to Venezuela got canceled. And El Chapo canceled me from his family and friends plan, and another Trump advisor got indicted. So just another day at the office, another day in paradise. You know?
Well, I can report that after much gnashing of teeth and consternation, we finally restored communication with Captain Mike in Mexico. So
Is that constipation?
Constipation.
his phone broke and his tablet broke, and he couldn't get anything to work. And he's calling me up on some bat phone or something. It's got about 27 digits on there. We finally got it straightened out, though. So
And now the bar's out of tequila. I mean, what can go wrong?
Yeah,
from
he
there?
was complaining it was only 75 degrees and he's sitting outside drinking pina coladas.
Yeah.
In his underwear.
Like I said, the Brewers are done with Miller Brewing as after 2020. And so if you have a couple suggestions of what we should name the park, we had our own Kenosha Today ad hoc committee with some suggestions. Well, you know what? That's the Unified School District. They have an ad hoc committee.
That's right.
And then they came up with a name, and the school board doesn't listen to them. But here's a couple suggestions. But 262-694-1050. The Scratch Your Crotch and Spit Stadium. Here's one for you, Elmo. Pervert's Palace. Party Till You Puke Park.
That's Wrigley Field.
The Sissy Boys of Summer Stadium. Here's another suggestion. The Chumps Tower. The Amish Roadkill Arena. The Congressional Do Nothing Pavilion. The Protective Cup Center. These are just all suggestions. The Pete Rose Over and Underfield. Bucky's Breaking Wind Park. Could be the Field of Cork. Miranda Wright Stadium, the .08 field. Dopey Streetcars Stadium. Here you go, Elmo. Silicone Implants Pavilion.
I know somebody who would like to scratch your crotch and spit for that. I know exactly.
You know what? I forgot. When we were talking about the production meeting, Jake, yesterday Elmo was absent. We had to mark him absent. Apparently, some young, I don't want to say floozy, a woman, a nice woman.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Nice women.
I do know nice women, yes. Only a few, but I do.
Well, he opted to go with this gal and left his buddies alone. Would you ever do that?
In a heartbeat, yeah, absolutely.
Well, I tried to get her to come down to the boathouse, but other things intervened.
Popped up, huh?
Yeah.
And went down.
In that situation, if you're a good friend, you go there. You know, that's what I'm saying. Is you would go.
Scott
move the
is
production
far
meeting
too set in his
to
ways to do anything
whomever's
like that.
residence.
How old are you, Jake?
I'm 23.
23.
Whoa.
I got a couple years on you, and
Oh,
but maybe I should be writing this stuff down. And you can never be old. What's that old? What's that? No, you can't. You can always teach an old dog new tricks or something when you
You can
roll
never
over.
be
and
too old to do
Yeah. Well.
whatever.
Well, he's a chick magnet now. He's on the radio. So, have you had a show before?
I do, yeah, on Thursdays. I do here on WLIP. I do Sports Bar with Don and Jerry Booth.
Don and Jerry.
So
I didn't know that.
You just said
What time does that start?
it starts 7 o'clock, 7 to 9
Ooh.
every Thursday.
Usually by 7, I'm pretty well asleep.
Toasted.
And then eventually I'm just probably going to take over my own show at some point. I don't know. I hear there's a couple nice time slots on Saturday at some point I could maybe take over. So.
10 till noon.
yeah.
Yeah, but see, you said it, not me.
Well, we said it before some caller would come in and suggest that.
See?
See? They had the big spelling bee. We'll get to that afterwards. And I should say, a lot of employers are still looking for workers. And what better way to seek new qualified hires than to take advantage of the very low Kenosha Today advertising rates and increase your ability to fill these positions? And there are approximately 1.4 million people living in the WIP listening area, reaching as far south as North Chicago, west of Lake Geneva, and to the northern suburbs of Milwaukee. So if you're looking to fill any job opening, give me a call, 262-652-6767. We'll get you all the information, and we'll have a little bubble.
It's an early bubble.
It's an
Usually
early
it
bubble.
starts at the
Usually
end of the show.
I don't start having gastric problems.
Sitting on
till
top
later.
of your shoulders. Is it?
So, Jake, do you, is it a 1 hour show or 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours.
7 till
Yeah.
9. You're not listening.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that
7 to 9.
part. Go a little slower. So what kind of sports do you talk about?
No, it's a 2-hour show.
Okay.
And we cover a little bit of everything, whatever's in season. I know Coach Jerry Booth is a big football fan down there. And then I kind of tend to focus on some of the other sports they might not know so much about. Hockey, for example. I don't know if you were talking about the Pro Bowl. Tonight's the NHL All-Star game as well, so I'm really excited for that. So, yeah, I cover a little bit of hockey, baseball season. I'm really excited to see. I like your Milwaukee Brewers hat. I like seeing that.
Pitchers and catchers in a couple
It's
weeks.
like a month. Yeah, it's
Hey,
close.
since you know sports, Emma and I are kind of inquiring about when's the all-nude women's mud wrestling tournament going to be held?
The moment you find out, let me know. I don't.
Well, Elmo and I found out. We ain't telling nobody. What do you think of the Rams, that play? Should they have gone? Obviously, it was a big blunder.
It was a mistake, for sure.
But they
right?
can't go back and do anything about it now.
I hear people saying, "Yeah, no, let's go back, let's replay the game." There's two things. One, that's a dangerous precedent. If you do that for that game, you have to do that for
It's ridiculous.
every single game for the past 50 years. You know,
that's right.
You guys remember that pitcher who had a perfect game like 12 years ago, right? And then they called them safe when the guy was out. It was the last out of the game. They called him safe. And everybody's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? They're like, oh, they can just change it back. They're like, no. Once it's set in stone,
that's right.
It's a human error. You got to go with it. That's part of the game.
Jake, you got to understand, I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday.
I don't neither.
Right.
But
the moment you do that, you got to change every bad call ever. And then the second thing is, logistically, what are you going to do? You can't just be like, okay, everybody, come back Tuesday. We'll play the end of the game. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Do you think that they should give one more replay for a judgment call like that? And they change the rule or add one in?
It's tough. I think you could say, well, maybe we should have reviews for pass interference or whatever for judgment calls like that, right?
Yeah.
But you look at how that works for catches, right? You watch some of those games on Sunday.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the rule is for a catch. I'm like, that's not a catch.
They use the replay way too much. It slows the game down, and and they've kind of found that every team gets their share of bad calls. So unless you got one of the refs on the take or something like that to throw the game.
What about all the penalties that somebody had that early in the game that just focused on that one incident in the last couple minutes?
Right, absolutely. to say that just because that one call at the end was wrong, you have to replay the entire game. It's ridiculous when there were dozens of little small things that you can't think about now that happened in the first quarter that affected the outcome of this game. So if you're going to micromanage one call, you got to do it to every call. It's not practical.
Hey, as long as we're talking sports, I have another question for you. Do you think the Packers should trade Rodgers and get some players right now, get rid of his $30 million plus salary?
Who are they going to replace him with?
Well, they'd have to trade somebody or bring somebody in, but with that kind of money, they could buy a whole bunch of people.
Absolutely not. Not at all. And that's like saying, should the Patriots trade Tom Brady? Because I think that the Packers could still turn around and go 12-4 and win the Super Bowl next year.
Yep.
Hey, Jake, having heard you say that, what color is the sky in your world? 12-4.
You look at the year they won the Super Bowl, they went, 9-7 or something? 10-6?
It's true.
All you got to do is sneak in and you got a chance.
People say that there is not that much difference between the championship team in the NFL and the worst team in the NFL. If you
Probably
get down to it,
you
get down to it, look at the stats. They're all pretty well close.
All you got to do is get lucky. Hope for a double doink or two, and you're okay.
And stay healthy.
New England.
That's the story of my Jake. That's the story of my life, trying to get lucky. Operative word, be lucky there. Very lucky. Well, as we announced that you're going to have to stay with us.
Wayne's here.
Wayne's here.
He is?
Yep.
Where?
I said Wayne is in the house.
I think maybe I should just stick around here and have him go do my job for the rest of the day.
What is that?
I got to go do a remote for the FM radio station. And the last time I did an event there, they had me set up outside. So I hope they let me do that today.
yeah.
That's nice of them.
So, take the WLIP van. That's always a plus.
So I don't know if you guys noticed coming into the parking lot this morning, the WLIP van has got to be 50 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was trying to pull out into the road. I'm inching along in the parking lot. Inching along. I step on the brakes. The brakes don't work because the parking lot is all iced over. That thing must have slid 100 feet going 2 miles per hour. I don't think it's like you're on ice with that thing.
It's like curling.
It's like curling, but with a two
guys out there with a broom in front of the WLIP
my job is
van.
a blast. You guys have no idea.
Well, John Perry gives you the keys to the Zamboni. Now you got something.
There you go.
Take this one call here.
He's here,
Jake.
too.
Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Hi, guys. It's Cindy. How are you?
Hi, Cindy.
Okay, Cindy.
What's new?
You have your radio on? Because I think I can hear something.
No.
Okay.
Nope, I'm hearing myself.
Oh, I just got echo on the phone.
Okay.
You know, Scott, you are so nice to guys, to kids. I'm so
Where's this going, Cindy?
I'm so glad you got that young boy there.
He's a young man. He's an adult.
Yeah, he's an adult, 23.
Yeah, I'm getting down.
He's giving me points on dating already.
Yeah. Have you heard that song, When It's Time to Change?
Well,
Okay.
God, that's annoying. When's Wayne coming back?
I can see Wayne from here.
Yeah, he's here.
we're gonna right after
We'll,
the
we'll
break.
flip on the break probably.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Steve.
So we're no good.
Okay.
Yeah, what
All
a
right.
wait.
That's about it.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
thanks.
Stay warm, Cindy.
All right, Jake. It's been a pleasure having you with us, and maybe you fill in some work times.
I would be happy to do so.
Do we have another caller?
Is that another caller, Jake, or is that one?
That's still
just hit
Cindy.
the drop. Just hit the drop. It's okay.
you
There's
know.
a lot of buttons. You literally, one of the buttons on the phone machine just came off in your hand.
Well,
Fine.
you're training him really well over there, Jake.
Oh, jeez.
He's destroying the equipment. What do you think that
Break
roll
out
of
the
duct
duct
tape?
tape.
Yeah, what's that duct tape over there for?
There we go.
Yeah, we've said that's what holds this show together. Prayer and duct
Super
tape.
glue.
Super glue and duct tape.
Guess we'll go to commercial.
Well, now you can go out and start signing autographs and tell everybody you were on this show. Or maybe you better not.
My head's big enough as is. I probably should.
That's a resume enhancer right there.
There you go. Kenosha Today with Jake.
Oh, that's it. I was supposed to just go to commercial there, right?
It should be a 2 minute.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Weather.
But just get rid of the branding with you, right? Just Kenosha.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Once again, a very good morning to everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the January 26th edition of the award-winning Kenosha Today Weekly Report. Coming to you live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP, spreading the love on the red-hot airways of WLIP to over 1.4 million people residing in the Kenosha Today nation. Again, we invite you to join the thousands of our fans who have already signed up and liked us on Facebook. And we are brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. In the House of Cheer this morning, my personality advisor, Elmo Schneider,
Good morning.
joins our encounter group, striving to help me be a better person here in the Kenosha Today nation. Hey, I wouldn't have got that attitude from Jake. Oh, he's still in the building. Also joining us, the Kenosha Today Love Doctor, gearing up for Valentine's Day. Spider Ronnie hops on the Kenosha trolley this morning. Johnny Fever now, Spider Fever.
Yeah.
And back engineering and board operating the Kenosha trolley ride today. The prettiest face here at Alpha Media, Wacky Wayne, is all jacked up here. Be back with all my children. And for the first half hour.
Tag, I'm in.
Jake the Snake filled in for him.
Yeah.
For 30
How'd he do?
minutes. Well, he's got a couple chicks already.
It sounded
Pretty
like
well.
it sounds like you guys want to replace me with him, and you know what? I'm strangely comfortable with that.
He'd be back here in a heartbeat. He did a good job.
I
He
will.
said- I thought he was just
tag
gonna.
him. I will tag him in any day of the week.
It was kind of dangerous giving Spider that microphone, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
I saw that Spider was like sitting on Jake's lap and talking into the mic and stuff. Was he training you on how to do this so that way
Yeah.
you don't need me anymore?
Yeah, whatchamacallit, Jerry.
Jerry Booth gave him some
Before,
pre-training.
Give you
The basics, but that there, I don't know where all your drops are.
right. That's because I asked Jerry to sit here just in case.
And as soon as Jake got in here,
Well, I
Jerry
called-
was out there. He had his car started. He's out of here.
I called Jake while I was on my way to go save damsels in distress, just so I could get somebody in here that I knew would stay with you guys until I got back.
So you sending him out in the cold in this
Well,
next
he's
assignment?
he's going to hang out with JP at a car dealership down in Illinois.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, good times.
He gave us an insight. You know, we were talking a little sports here.
Yeah, I saw
which we
that.
don't really.
I heard that, yeah.
But he didn't know the date for the all-nude women's mud wrestling tournament.
Oh,
I thought a guy that has his own sports show should at least know that.
should know that. Yeah,
Priority.
Do you know?
I do.
Oh,
He's not going to tell us.
Yeah, you don't get to know that. Yeah.
also, no one in the first half hour has won this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services. And if you should happen to mention the secret word, we're going to send you a $20 Boathouse gift card. You know, now that this government shutdown they're back up and working, you know, the IRS has not finalized all the forms for individual tax returns.
Oh, no.
Hopefully they'll be, and the corporations, I hope they're going to be this week, because they're certainly not going to.
Now, didn't they 1 year they extended the filing date?
Never. They had it.
I thought they had a 1 month, or 1 year they extended it a month.
Not
Corps were April 15th and individuals were May 15th.
I
Or maybe they just didn't.
No, I don't recall them doing that.
Maybe they just
extended
the corporate.
People were clamoring and arguing that they should have done that.
Humanity.
But you know what? I hope they can get this shutdown settled in the next 3 weeks.
That's your bread and butter.
And well, there was other people that got affected. I talked to a guy who was a contractor this week, and he was doing some work that was government funded, and he was out of work because the money's not coming around. Yes. So it affected a lot more than the 800,000 people. Yeah. And I think maybe the what do you call the date of the alarming thing is when LaGuardia almost shut down yesterday. And all these people stranded, yeah. So I hope they can resolve this. And I'm not so sure why the president is all fixated on a wall when they're going to give him all this money.
Why will Pelosi refuse to negotiate? No.
She said, I heard her yesterday. She says, I've always going to negotiate in good faith if they open the government. The government's open, start negotiating.
She's lying, though. She's never going to do it. So.
Well,
she wouldn't open that thing if some illegal alien murdered one of her grandchildren.
262-694-1050.
That's right.
Well, we'll see how this works out. And now, apparently, from what the Trumpster says, he's going to keep the government running after 3 weeks if this isn't settled. But he's going to probably call an emergency, right?
I don't know. I've kind of quit listening to all of it.
Yeah. Well, as long as they get the stuff back in the IRS and get the forms.
Elmo, after a while, Charlie Brown, teacher.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
What was that? Is that one of our drops, or is that these guys?
No, that's a drop.
Oh,
Yeah, you've got the Charlie Brown.
yeah.
You're prepared for, people just wah, 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 wah.
And I'll say no one in the first half hour has won this morning's Secret Word Challenge.
Still, it's been a few minutes.
Yeah, and also the show is being recorded. We are being still recorded.
Oh, yeah, always for litigation purposes.
Yep. And, I didn't mention that about litigation.
Oh, poor Jake.
He didn't understand that part of it.
Also, tell me better retain counsel.
Yeah.
Some good counsel.
He's probably going to John Perry. He says, no, I'd love to do this show, but why do I have to have an attorney on retainer for 2 hours every Saturday morning? Also, special thanks to Elmo here. You can find the Kenosha Today show 365 days a year, 24/7 up on YouTube. Are we pretty close?
No, I got.
All right.
Yep. 2
also,
weeks.
After the 11 o'clock break, this week's top 10 thought-provoking category, the top 10 good things about having a snow emergency here in Kenosha. And now, boys and girls, it's time to play Kenosha's fastest-growing game show sensation, the lightning round of City and Jeopardy, sponsored by the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. And to be eligible, no one from your household could have won any contest on WLIP within the last 60 days. We will now clear the phone lines.
Clear.
And I'm going to read the question, which is always a very sophisticated, intelligent, multiple-choice question. And you will then get 3 somewhat intellectual answers to choose from. And after that, you will hear the first caller to correctly answer the question wins a Kenosha Today $25 gift certificate to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, located at 4917 7th Avenue here in Kenosha. Open Monday through Friday at 11 a.m., featuring weekly lunch and dinner specials, and to include reduced prices during the happy hour, Mondays through Fridays from 3 to 6 p.m., and enjoy a beautiful waterfront view. First time all year that the pond has been frozen, but it's still got snow on it and still looks very pretty. Stop in for their big Sunday brunch, serving from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And also, if you're planning a party or a banquet, call Joyce 262-654-9922, or you can find them on the web at boathousekenosha.com. All right, here's the very sophisticated question. What is the best excuse not to have a State of the Union address? What is the best excuse not to have a State of the Union address? A, the Trump Tower in Russia wasn't available. B, Trump's hairpiece won't be back from the cleaners till Easter. Or C, Nancy Pelosi's makeup still on back order from Earl Scheib. The first caller, 262-694.
No, Trump doesn't wear a hairpiece. That's his real hair.
Yeah, it's a hairpiece for.
It looks
go with the flow.
It looks like a hairpiece, but that's actually his real hair. Kind of like Jimmy Johnson, that coached the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Good morning. You're in Kenosha Today. Hello.
Turn your radio down.
Who's this? Hello. Who is this?
This is Bob from Paddock Lake.
Bob from Paddock Lake. Hey, Bob. All right, now, Bob, bear with me. Just so you know, Bob, that this is a very legitimate contest and that today's very sophisticated question has been licked and sealed in an official Kenosha Today envelope and kept in a Long Island iced tea glass on Funk and Wagnall's porch since last night's production meeting. And you, Bob, with all your powers, being the all-omniscient, all-knowing, all-telling sage, soothsayer, and former Kenosha trial driver, will ascertain the correct answer to this very sophisticated question. Right, Bob?
Yes.
Good. Good. All right, I'm going to read the question for you one more time because you might have forgotten.
After all that, I would have forgotten, too.
Okay, you still there, Bob?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what's the best excuse not to have a State of the Union address? Either way. A, the Trump Tower in Russia wasn't available. B, Trump's hairpiece won't be back from the cleaners till Easter. And C, Nancy Pelosi's makeup is still on back order from Earl Scheib. Bob from Paddock Lake.
Definitely got to go with B, the Trump's hairpiece.
Won't be back from the cleaners till Easter. Yes, that's a correct answer, Bob. So, Bob, what's going on in the world in Paddock Lake today?
Actually, I'm just hanging out in the big city of Kenosha today. So.
Oh, yeah, good. What brings you to our fair city?
Groceries and car maintenance.
What about woman and booze?
No, I left that in Paddock Lake.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're missing out on something.
Good point. Good point there, Bob. Well, you know what? There's not a. Maybe I shouldn't. I'm not going to comment on women and booze in the city of Kenosha. So
otherwise, they'll all break into your garage, and then it's all downhill. The cheap vodka's gone.
Do you live in? Do you listen to this dribble often?
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Pretty consistently.
Very consistent. So the therapy is not working for you, is it?
Not even in close.
Okay. Well, here's what's going to happen. Off the air, Wacky Wayne is going to get your last name and your address and phone number, and Monday I will send it out. Now, we're supposed to get a whole bunch of snow Monday, and I'm assuming that the Postal Service is still working, but in case I don't get it on Tuesday, you will get it.
Well, I know where to find you guys, so.
Yeah.
Every Saturday morning.
Every Friday afternoon.
Any day that ends in Y after 3.
Yeah. 3 till 4.
You were referring to the boathouse, right?
Well, either place.
Okay.
I got a crowbar, so I can get in through the doors there.
Okay.
I was going to give you the code, but forget it. All right, off the air, he's going to do that, and then Elmo and I are going to do this. Oh, well, let's talk about the Union Park Tavern real quick, and then we'll do.
Well, we need Wayne to provide some background music
for that
for the story. Yep,
oh, okay. All right. Well, then let's talk about Union Park Tavern.
The Union Park Tavern.
About a couple topics. I want to get to Elmo's thing, but we guess we need some background music.
Yep.
But the spelling bee was held this week, and I was going to be a participant, and Liz Snyder, who along with that, what's that other girl's name? Kat. Yeah, they have that very fine show on Sunday mornings, and so she gave me some pointers on what I should be doing and not doing in the spelling bee. I'll have to ask you. Is that O-L-L?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're going to do this little bit now.
We need some background music, maybe like the Mr. Rogers theme or something like that. So.
Oh, sure.
And Scott's going to lead off the.
Yeah, this was.
Give a little the intro.
Yeah, this
here.
was the Kenosha News.
Are we doing that? Finish the story thing?
Finish the story.
Okay, just want to make sure I had
the Kenosha News published this thing, and they put this, what I'm going to read.
Beginning of the story.
Yeah, beginning of the story, and they want people to write their finish of the story.
Or add to the story?
However it was. Here's the start. It was a sunny and cold Saturday morning, so typical in mid-January. Mary White bundled up to make her way to the Rhodey Center for the Arts of the Winter Harbor Market. She came every week for her favorites, but she often took home something different as well. As she walked around the typically crowded space, she bumped into a woman in a blue coat and a blue hat who looked so familiar. Could it be Diana? Could it be Mary? Diana, startled, never expected to see anyone she knew coming from Lake Geneva to Kenosha for a few stops, starting with the market. How long has it been? They both asked almost at once. As they hugged, Mary asked, "Do you have time to catch up?" Diana said yes, and they left the market to find a place to sit and talk. Soon the stories would flow, and one surprise after another followed.
Mary said, "I'll drive. My car is parked right across the street." Diana agreed, and the pair went and got into Mary's car. Upon starting the car, the radio came on, tuned to WLIP, and being that it was 10:20 in the morning, the Kenosha Today show was on the air. Isn't that guy Scott Barter on the radio? Asked Diana. Yes, it is, said Mary. You won't believe this, but I actually dated him for a while. No way, said Diana. So did I. We met on an internet dating site. Same here, said Mary. Why don't we go to the boathouse for coffee or something?
Jake, you can't get back here fast enough.
If Scott is on the air, we can be sure he won't be there like he usually is. Good idea, said Diana. The two drove to the boathouse, parked in the lot next to a red panel truck, and upon going inside, were seated and ordered Long Island iced teas. So what do you think of Scotty? Asked Diana. You know, he is a 2-time failed mayoral candidate. Yes, I know, said Mary. He was always very polite and kind, but I had to stop seeing after he invited me to his house for dinner. That sounds way too familiar, said Diana. What happened?
God, isn't this over?
Mary said, well, when I got to his place, I was very impressed with how well his landscaping was maintained. Scott greeted me at the door and asked me to show him around the house. Everything was very clean and organized. Too clean and organized for a guy. Then it hit me. He must be gay. I told him that I had to leave, and he seemed rather perplexed. He asked me what I was doing wrong, so I told him he was gay, and I wasn't going to get involved with someone like him. He denied it, but I left anyway. Oh, my, exclaimed Diana. I never thought about that. What happened with you? Asked Mary. Diana said, well, like you, after meeting a couple of times, Scotty invited me over for dinner. He claimed to be a great cook and was going to make surf and turf. When I got there, he asked me if I wanted a before dinner drink, and I said, sure, how about vodka on the rocks? He brought me the drink and asked me, how about some chips with that? I told him, no thanks, took a sip from the drink and almost gagged. It was the worst rot-gut vodka I've ever tasted in my life. Scott then went to the kitchen to make dinner while I took a seat in the dining room. I couldn't believe my eyes when he brought out dinner, if you could call it that. What I thought would be a nice steak and lobster tail turned out to be a piece of beef stew meat and some of that fake lobster stuff you get at the supermarket. I told him I wasn't feeling well and had to leave and got out of there as quickly as I could. Amazing, said Mary. I think we both got off lucky. Me too, Diana. You know, I think that Scott is actually very nice, but that Elmo guy on the radio show is a really bad influence on him. I agree, said Mary. Hey, I have a great idea. Want to do some shots? The end.
Now, for those that are listening, yeah. That's all made up.
Right.
Except for Scotty and Elmo. That's the only thing that was legitimate out of that whole bit. That's a 262-694-1050.
Yeah, I don't know that you want to follow that story up with a phone number. You know, give all these ex-girlfriends, Diana and Mary, a chance to call and
well, it was all,
tell the story.
All a made-up thing. It was in the paper. We read it right out of the paper.
Right.
The paper printed that?
Well, it's nothing that
not his stuff.
It's nothing that hasn't been discussed on the show previously.
Yeah, well,
things that have all
thanks for bringing it up
past.
again, Elmo.
Yes.
Rehashing.
We can get to the spelling bee after because that's. But if anybody, we got a few minutes left here. Actually, I can get to this spelling bee now. Mm-hmm. This was they had the big spelling bee. I think it was this week, and Elizabeth Snyder wrote a very nice column. And after I read the column, reading this, I hearkened back to my youthful, carefree days on the playgrounds of Forest Park School when, you guys ain't going to believe this, I was a spelling bee champion.
I'm not going to believe that. Every week I wonder if this word is spelled correctly. Which extra letters did you add to this week's word of the day?
You guys... Well, we're on his every word on his goofy story. This is my story.
I was not on his every word. I was trying to stay awake.
Correctly.
Okay, here's one of Liz's suggestions. It says, go with your own style. Well,
yeah, you got that down.
My style was cheating.
Okay.
And that didn't sit too well with the judges because spell check hadn't been invented then. Now, she also suggested find your own way. My problem was that they had these contests after 6 p.m., and I had a hard time attending because I had to take a part-time job just to pay off my 5th grade bar tab that I had going in the school's cafeteria. And I think that was very unfair, but look how it turned out.
Oh, yes.
And she says, take your time. I agree with that concept. I took my entire 4th, 5th, and 6th grades to give my answer.
That's right.
She says, don't be afraid to ask for directions. Well, you know, as guys, asking for directions wasn't in my vocabulary. I couldn't even spell GPS, let alone ask for directions. She also said, don't call Latin a dead language. And again, I think I was just being singled out because nobody in the crowd could understand what a barterism was all about. But after listening to Elmo's story, now you probably figured it out. She says, get it right. Now, that's where they got me. Apparently, I was way ahead of my time, just like in the football playoffs. You know, I accept, and she says, accept that spelling and life are not fair. And, you know, that's That's really,
Very accurate.
Very true, accurate. Just like riding on a Kenosha trolley to nowhere. And it's just me and the driver, and some guy comes out and yells to a young, impressionable kid like me, that it's a streetcar. That's not fair.
Yeah,
That's
no.
C.
See?
Says, create new meanings. Okay, I mean, it's like tomato, tomato, potato, potato, streetcar versus a dopey trolley, or Kentucky jelly, or just
KY.
See how confusing? And finally, she says, have fun being a loser. Well, words like fiddle faddle, tomfoolery, poppycock, and the granddaddy of them all, two-time failed mayoral candidate. So, I think I was being singled out, but I have, look at the secret word, is limping.
It's limp. We have a limp secret word.
And that's not the word. So we can talk about...
And that's not the hint either.
No. We can talk about the shutdown, how we can avoid it. We've had some other nonsense things here. If anybody knows when the all-nude women's mud wrestling tournament is, I mean...
And is willing to share the information with Uncle Scotty and Elmo,
we have
because I'm not.
Elmo and I, and plus Jake is a sports guy.
Yeah.
And how long has he been doing that? A couple years?
No.
23?
I think he started hanging out with the sports
Just
bar.
last fall, maybe?
Last fall.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to ask him the next time I see him, or if Jake, you can call me. How does this show fit on par, 1 to 10, on some of these other shows? I mean, we got to be somewhere.
Somewhere on the radar, yeah.
Somewhere on the radar.
Right, yeah.
Well, he's very knowledgeable. I was impressed.
Oh, yeah. He's chock full of sports stuff.
And we're just full of it.
You're just full of it. He's got the sports knowledge. I don't deny that.
Are we going to have another one of these fancy finish the story next week, Elmo? We're going to, until...
We thought we'd do, what do we got, 3 of them, and then the contest submission closes. So
okay.
2 more.
Now, are you submitting these to the paper?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
No.
I think it'd be way more fun if you did.
Just what I need is my picture on the front page of the paper.
Wouldn't be the first time, Scotty.
Some of that ended up on where it shouldn't have been, and
What, the story?
Well, no, he's bad. Some of the news articles about him are able to find on Google.
Okay.
Once it's online, it never goes away.
Right.
So, but then they never published the good part that when I was exonerated.
Of course not.
I sent that to that guy who's no longer the publisher, and
nobody wants to read that stuff.
Oh yeah, they'd rather listen to your dribble.
Right. Only the negative.
And you make up stuff like that.
Almost. Next week going to be about Scott too? Or?
No, I hope not.
No.
I'm out of stories.
No, I've got a different topic for that. I've already got it mostly written.
262-694-1050. Why do I keep reminding everybody what the phone number is?
I know, right? Please call in. Add to the story. It'll be fun.
One of the questions I have for our listeners, should the schools have been closed Wednesday?
Why?
Well, we had.
Oh, yeah, you
6
guys
inches.
had the snow?
Yeah. Well, how much snow did you have?
I had the snow, but my kid went to school, so...
Well, ours did too, but you never will please anybody in that deal.
Go to school, but then they go out sledding. They get in the car and go sledding.
Yeah, Ron, what you said.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Now, Sunday night and to Monday, we're forecasting another big storm.
Yeah.
But they got to make this call at about...
Somebody told me what they do is they wait until Milwaukee Public Schools makes the call. So, and initially they didn't predict that much snow for Kenosha. So
well, according to this was in the Kenosha News. They get together in some of these conference calls, and they start at 4 a.m. And they got to make this call by, I think it's 5:30, 5 o'clock. And there's the one time they called school off and the sun was shining and everything's melting by 10.
Right.
So, but you got and as many kids, there's 17,000 kids in the Unified School District, of which probably 80% of them are bused.
Right.
These days. And if the buses, you can't take a shot of the bus getting in an accident and
right. Yeah, you don't need to. Right, exactly.
Little kid. And so they're going to have this same situation coming up on Monday morning. But, I thought, didn't they build in 2 or at least 2, maybe 3 snow days
before they have to start making up at the end of the year?
And I don't think we've used one, have we?
No.
Did we use one in Kenosha back in when we had that snow when it was real wet back in late November?
I don't remember. My kids are grown. I don't pay attention.
Yeah. Well.
You haven't had a snow day yet. Kids have been going to school the whole time.
Yeah. Well.
Get out the door.
But I got a feeling. Yeah, there was no. In my day, course, we only
they never
there was no
shut down.
buses. There was horse and buggy in my day.
Right.
Write that down, Elmo. Horse and buggy
Horse and buggy.
for your next story.
Still opening that buggy whip factory? All right.
We had no yellow school buses. That was only for the kids coming from Pleasant Prairie.
Oh, okay.
What we took was the regular city bus that
Brown
had
line,
had
red line,
yeah, the
orange
brown line,
line.
the green line, or whatever it was.
Sure.
And I think some of those city buses still pick up the school kids in various
Oh, yeah,
parts of the
that's
city.
where they run like double volume on the routes.
In fact, now that I think about
School
it,
get out time.
one of the biggest revenue producers for the Kenosha City Transit Department is the Unified School
The
District.
school district does
that
subsidize
finances a lot of that
Yeah.
transportation. So
Huh.
I think they ought to just pile 17,000 kids on the trolley and, see how that works out. Extend the trolley to every school in town. See? Elmo?
Things to look forward to.
Yeah. We got,
KUSD trolley.
how much time we got here? About a minute?
A few seconds.
30 seconds, give or take.
Well, when we get back, we'd like to hear your calls about if you think the school should close, if they're going to close it anyway, and it looks like this.
Right.
Why not just make the announcement now?
Yeah, because it's
Well, the
possible
sun
that
is
the
still
snow.
out.
Well,
Yeah, well,
it's possible.
everybody, if you just joined us, this is Uncle Scotty Barter, and welcome to the January 26th pick-to-click edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. We are live and local, which is always very impressive.
It's better than being dead and distant.
Very good.
Very good.
Boy, you can tell you've been to broadcasting school.
Something.
Seen and viewed.
Yeah, if you've just joined us here in our Kenosha Today Encounter Group, we are broadcasting live from Studio A here at AM 1050 WLIP on your radio dial, which is 262-694-1050. Being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. Taking serious journalism, right, Elmo?
Serious
To
journalism.
an all-time high, spanning the globe, reporting on national state stories, local issues, and basically trying to be your go-to guys for all the fake news stories that are being reported. Joining us this morning, my personality advisor, Elmo Schneider, is here. Elmo?
Yes.
How did you fall
Did I
into
wake
that
you?
position? Hold on.
Well, he
so he
quickly-
went from your relationship advisor. He's been your lawyer, and now he's your personality advisor.
The trifecta.
He's hit the trifecta. What's next? He's going to
I
be
know.
the guy that laces up your shoes for you in
No,
the
I'm
morning.
his biographer now. That
Oh,
was
jeez. Oh,
He won't have to lace up my shoes because I have Velcro.
yeah. There you go. All right.
That's also with us.
Strap-on shoes, huh?
Oh, yeah. Whoa, strap on. With us, every young snot-nosed little kid's role model, our video coordinator, Spider Ronnie, is here.
Good
And,
morning, everybody.
Actually, Ronnie was getting a little
Tutorial. Yeah. So
on how to operate the board.
So all we got to do is get Ronnie to sit here, and then
You don't have to be here.
But you know what? There's
I
a
will be
flaw.
tagged out.
There is a
Yeah.
flaw to that plan.
because he stains the fence so much.
No, the flaw is he gets a microphone sitting right in front of him.
Well, that's your flaw. You guys will have to worry about that. I will be.
Of course,
Elmo will be running camera.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
No, we need Wayne.
Wacky
Well,
Wayne is
maybe.
here. And
He is.
As always, my question to you every Saturday morning is: any reason why the Lord should be weeping today?
He's weeping because the other van that I took out to save the damsels in distress didn't break down, and I had to come back.
How old is that thing?
I think it was horse. It was upgraded from horse and buggy.
Yeah.
So yeah, right around
I thought
there.
I saw the name Edsel on the side.
We are referring to the very fine WIP equipment that you had to go pick some gals up.
So they had the FM station had a remote that they had to get to out there near McHenry Crystal Lake, and the two girls, the tech and the talent, were heading out there in the van, and it didn't make it. It gave up the ghost about halfway there. So then, being the only person in the studio at the time that could go bail them out,
Yep.
I just go hop in another van and take it out there, hoping that it'll make it as I make a bunch of phone calls, as I'm driving down the road.
Well,
It's good times.
Elmo and I could have helped these two gals out.
You could have, but you still hadn't left the house. When I called you, I was already halfway there. to warn you what was going on.
Were they inside this van waiting for you, or were they taking lodging?
They had taken lodging at a farm. It was a lot like a joke I've heard a million times.
Elmo and I going up to the farmhouse with the farmer's daughter.
They were,
yeah, we'd be back right away for that, wouldn't we, Elmo?
Yeah.
So that's why the Lord is weeping.
That is why the Lord is weeping. I made it back safely.
And for those who haven't signed on to like us on the Kenosha Today Facebook page, you can get on with that at KenoshaToday.com. Status of this morning's Secret Word Challenge, sponsored by Barter's Financial Planning Services.
Yet unguessed.
Has not been named. And if you do get lucky, we're going to send you out a Boathouse $20 gift card. And I actually have this one spelled correctly.
Well spelled. I saw that. I can't even believe it myself.
Have on my desk? You know, one of those old I don't know if it's Noel Webster, but the Webster Dictionary?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still use that once in a while.
To what?
Collecting dust.
As a paperweight? Yeah.
I thought you would be using a Funkin' Wagnalls.
Yeah.
That's right. Who are those two guys? Were they
Funkin' Wagnalls.
were they dictionary type guys, or what were they?
I guess so.
A comedy team? 262-694-1050. Is there a caller for us?
Sure, let's not.
Let's not?
Let's not. We might as well.
Okay. Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you today?
Good morning.
Very good. Who's this?
This is Paul from Racine. How are you doing?
Oh, very good, Paul. Hey, last week when you called and you were inquiring about salad bars and the history of Kenosha?
Yeah.
Did you hear that caller?
Response.
Did you hear that guy call in and gave his opinions on that?
Yes, I did, and I appreciate that gentleman. I mean, he talks in a very deep and yet halting, but yet very reassuring and convicted voice. And it's
deep, very deep, very deep.
Yeah, very deep, and he seems to know a lot of the history of Kenosha too, which is really appreciated. And I wanted to thank you for having him on, and I think he was on earlier too.
Today he was, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it would be important to have him maybe call back and share a little history of some of the cold weather that has happened in Kenosha, particularly probably from like the big band era, perhaps. Or,
You're really pushing this, aren't you, Paul?
Well, I'm not pushing anything. I just love hearing about the history of the areas that I grew up in, and I mean, he seems to have a wealth of knowledge, and he speaks in a very convicted voice, and I appreciate that. And I think it's also important to, in this cold weather, to keep in mind, the need to keep your sewers and drains clear.
We can't go there. Can't go there, Paul. But you know what, though?
I'm not. What's that?
You can't go to that topic. But I'm sure. Okay. I'm sure in the history of cold weather, somebody must have got murdered in 1930.
See? Well, I would assume.
We'd hope so.
And kept on ice.
Right.
Kept on ice.
Well, no, there's a whole book about that.
Wasn't that around the time of Prohibition too? So I mean.
Well, that's it. There's the first police officer ever killed on duty in Kenosha was during a blizzard in the middle of.
It was 1909 or 1919, I think.
Mm-hmm. There's a book written about that.
Really?
Yep.
I was not aware. See, that's why I listen to this show. It's very educational. And
yes, very educational.
And your listeners also, there's, that one gentleman in particular has a wealth of knowledge. And, I'm just very appreciative of him and when he calls in and the conviction he has in his voice. And, I'm glad that you befriended him. And hopefully he'll be on for a long time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, as long as we keep a lawyer on retainer, I think that could happen.
We might be okay.
We might be okay.
Well, look, I mean, I don't know why there is a need for that, but I mean, certainly, you also have to keep it clean, and he does do that.
Yes, he does.
So I don't know the need for an attorney or a lawyer. It's unfortunate. I mean, you've got a gentleman who's just trying to provide a public service to the community. And,
that's him and us. That's what it is.
Yeah, and you guys as well. So.
Yeah. Well, Paul, we
very much like the show.
If he it's cold weather you're interested in the history of cold weather.
Yes, I'd like to know. Yeah, like cold stretches of weather in Kenosha. throughout the history of Kenosha, that would be wonderful.
I'd like to know who invented the Doppler. I assume it's a guy's named Doppler.
Yeah.
And when that was invented, the Doppler.
Perhaps there should be a segment on the show called Kenosha's Wikipedia, and that gentleman could host that.
Okay. Oh, you're full of it, Paul. Thank you very full of good ideas.
Full of good ideas.
All right, Paul. Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate it, guys.
Stay warm.
Stay warm.
Stay warm.
Also, this half hour, Captain Mike normally calls us, but he called earlier, and I guess they're not streaming this in Mexico.
Probably not, no.
But the Mexican president, the president of Mexico, is building a wall to keep guys like him out.
I would too.
No, I didn't know because he was trying to get it on an internet radio that he has, but I told him, well, try your computer and maybe go to the website, which should be able to connect and see.
In theory, yeah.
See if the live stream will work for that.
Well, are we ready for the top 10 there?
We can be.
Written in our home office at Amen Corner, where gray hairs matter, on the deck at the Boathouse Pub and Eatery. This week's top 10 thought-provoking category. The top 10 good things about having a snow emergency here in Kenosha. Number 10, instead of flipping off a snowplow driver, you can give him the mitten. Number 9, Elmo gets free Viagra pills for one night. I still kind of chuckled on that one. You don't need that. That's it. Number 8, it'll keep the Amish folks from going to the new casino. Number 7, the city hires Tanya Harding to drive the Zamboni machine. Number 6, little Anthony Kennedy gets to show off his lime green stretch pants at the Pet Sledding Hill. Number 5, school board members take the day off to get hacked. Let me try that. Number 5 again. School board members take the day off to get ad hoc. Number 4, alternate side parking tickets being printed by Russian computers. Number 3, Alderman Snowflake doing snow angels on the Highway 50 median strip in the 17th district. Number 2, free salad bar at the city's ice arena. And the number 1 good thing about having a snow emergency here in Kenosha, all the ladies walking on Sharon Road have taken refuge at Barter Manor. My civic duty.
Yep.
It's a bold move. Do you have enough 4-ounce fillets for all that?
Beef stew meat.
Beef stew meat.
Heavily watered down.
All right.
Fake lobster chunks.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Good morning. It's Irish Ruth, a.k.a. English Ruth.
Hey, we haven't heard from you in a couple of weeks. We thought you were upset with us.
I didn't think you could figure that out.
What do you think we are? Just a bunch of dummy
let's
chumps
cut to
here?
the chase. By the way, that previous caller, the one that made a comment, I don't hitchhike in the cold weather like this. However, he doesn't pay my bills, so stay out of my business. I know what I'm doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Paul made a comment about you have to rein me in. Nobody reins me in. That's it. That's the end of it. He made a comment 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Well, he's entitled.
And I've been wanting to say that he doesn't pay my bills. So anyway, I have a stump the chumps. And in case you want to know who that caller is that keeps talking about the sewer waters, he's mimicking the moderator from the famous Green Mill in Chicago, where all the trendy Chicago upscale people go on Thursday nights, or actually every day of the week. But anyway, that's Tim from Lake Ball.
No. It's Bubba. Hey, I'm losing you because of the ice on the.
Okay, I got to stump the chump.
Okay, make it quick.
This is in honor of the Union Park, that phenomenal establishment, and one of your advertisers.
Okay, make it quick.
The opera, the student prince. I saw it at Conn Auditorium, Northwestern University. Can you tell me either who was the male lead or the name of the German Brauhaus?
Okay.
In the student prints.
I got
know that?
Well, we're gonna get to that question.
For Fasching.
Okay.
It's a Fasching question.
Oh, I lost a caller now.
It's partying.
It's okay. Mike will call back later.
Oh, that was the captain?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. So,
it's a Fasching question.
Okay. Well, we're going to give you a flashing answer, Elmo.
I don't know the answer to that, but I do know the song that they do from the Student Prince.
Go for it, Elmo. You do it.
It's the drinking song.
Bring the whole a cappella choir to do that song, too.
We're doing it at our next concert. The
At
drinking
your next
song.
concert?
Yeah.
Well, I want
April-
the name of the actor.
I don't.
Or the name of the inn. You couldn't do either one.
I'm
huh?
not familiar with it. No.
You know,
I just
Elmo,
know that one.
excuse me.
The drinking song. You wondered how I remember that one?
This our show has gotten. I think
Because you do that all the time.
Hang on there. Our show has now hit rock bottom, Elmo. When you start taking requests for your choir from Irish Ruth. how bad?
No, it's already in the program. So.
Oh, okay.
So is the a cappella choir going to be at the Flushing on George and Libby Custer's anniversary?
That's on
February
the
9th?
9th. It's on
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
We made.
She hung up on us.
She said goodbye.
She got one in.
Okay, well. Geez, she took Paul to task, didn't she?
Sure.
I mean,
Well, that's why we're here. It's a free flow of ideas and opinions.
That's right. A First Amendment right. Within guidelines.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
That's all we can ask for is respect.
That's all we can ask for.
Well, we're going to play Stump the Chumps, but I got to read a few things here.
An average person with a $100,000 income.
Well, take it.
All right, fine.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha Today.
Good morning. Is this Kenosha Today?
Not today.
Not today.
It's Kenosha
Not
yesterday.
Today, so maybe tomorrow. Oh, probably on Monday.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway.
We're all snowed in.
So I'm sitting here looking out at our beautiful beach and lake, from the boathouse here.
Steam rising
very
from it.
beautiful, very beautiful sight. And I was listening to a show. I am listening, I should say. And I heard someone call in and mention a couple of times there was someone intelligent that called the show.
You must have.
That's just a vicious rumor.
That's rumor. Fake news.
I don't know if I've ever heard anyone real. Or where's Captain Mike when we need him? Where's the intelligent phone caller?
I almost talked to him this morning.
Yep. He wanted to know what the topic for the show was because I told him we had
He
none.
called me yesterday, but I was working and I didn't get to answer the phone. But he did leave me a voice message. I didn't listen to it either, though.
He finally got a new phone, which he hates. So.
Eric, you there?
Hello. So what did we guess the word of the day yet?
No. Go ahead.
What's the clue?
Well, we don't give
it till after 11:30.
After 11:30. That's FCC rules.
Oh, okay. So I just have to make an open guess of what the.
That's right. Well,
that's why it's called the secret word.
You're just supposed to say it like in the middle of normal conversation.
But if you want to take a shot at, go ahead.
Is it a secret word or a secret place?
Secret word.
Secret word.
It's not a place.
The secret word is not a place. I would have to say applesauce.
You're close, but no cigar.
Applesauce.
2 pickles.
I know where you're going with this.
Well, all right. I'll make sure I put that on the bill for you when you get here.
Yeah. Okay.
I will give an early clue that it has the same number of syllables as applesauce.
It's got the same number of syllables as what?
As applesauce. You heard that? That's
applesauce. You guys have lost me now, I guess. I'll wait till 10:30 to see if I can hear the clue.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Carry on.
Let's get the conference.
Keep putting the air in the sails. Keep putting the air in the sails.
Oh, yeah, we're full of air. Hot air here.
All right, I got to take another call, Eric. Thanks.
You don't have to take this one.
I don't?
No.
Nope.
Well, how come it's still blinking?
Because I haven't hung up on them yet.
Okay.
Is there a reason why we're stringing this person along?
No, we just don't like them.
They don't care to show their number off, so I don't care to answer the call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we showed them. This is like the campus couple, Pelosi and Schumer, little Chucky, are going against the Trumpster, right?
Something like that. Only I think I'm going to win on this one. I'm going to take the first phone call, though.
All right. Okay. Good morning. You're in Kenosha Today.
How are you, everybody? How's it going there?
Hey, Dennis.
Oh, Dennis. Very nice. Thank you for asking.
You keeping warm?
Sure.
Yeah.
We paid our heat bill this month. We're doing okay.
Yeah, I was starting to get hot myself when I heard Irish Ruth.
We'll get you a tissue.
She make you sweat under your armpits, does she?
Oh, God, does she get me going. You know how cold it is outside, don't you?
Oh, how cold is it?
It's so cold that Bill Clinton was by himself and he thought he was standing next to Hillary.
Oh.
Thank you, Dennis. I haven't had to use that in a minute.
At least it
water's still running. It hasn't froze yet.
Yeah, right.
Got to break the ice on the surface.
I'm telling you, it is so cold that politicians have been putting their hands in their own pockets.
All right, you got any more of these things?
He's probably got 1 million of them, but we ain't got the time for that.
Go all day.
No, I don't have any more.
How's things with you and the missus?
Very warm.
Ooh. You snuggle up.
Oh, she's in the background this time. Whoa. What are you at the mall? She just hasn't gotten out of the car yet.
Aren't you the one that it was like 100 degrees and you left her in the car? Said I'll be right back and left the window rolled up.
You're warm because of me.
Oh, she's yelling.
You're
from
warm
the
'cause of
background
me.
that the only reason I'm warm is because of her.
Put her on the phone. I want to talk to her directly.
He wants to talk to you.
I don't want to talk to Scott.
You know how many times I hear that a day?
Hello?
Hey, is this what's her name?
This is what's her name. I'm finally home.
From the mall?
No, no, I was at the gym.
The gym.
Oh, the gym. How come you don't drag Dennis the Menace with you?
Oh, because he's still, well, today he was up, but he's usually in bed sleeping.
Oh,
He has to
smart
get
man.
his beauty rest.
Big night last night, did you?
No, it was so nice. We actually were home last night.
Well, Dennis was
I
home.
went
You
to
were
the
out somewhere
gym.
else, right?
I came home. We ate dinner at home. I was in my jammies by like 7 o'clock. It was great.
Great.
Hey, I hope he's not listening, but did he get some more vodka and chips for us?
Yeah, he does. He makes sure we're stocked up every week.
Well, how about that?
That's
And now he's hiding them from me, so I don't even know where. I can't even get to him.
Oh, geez, I don't want to start bringing my own.
That would be awful.
You don't want to drink his own.
Yeah. Well, I think $5.99 is an outlandish price to pay for a liter of vodka.
It's a 175 for you.
You can right. You can make your own.
Oh, vodka?
Sure.
Well, it's probably more potent than vodka.
Ooh.
There's so many people that make their own beer and make their own wine, and I'm sure.
Well,
Isn't
I'm
there
not.
Potato vodka. Just get a bunch of potatoes and I don't know.
Ferment them and put them in a still and boil off that.
I'm not a very what do you call it? Handy with tools. You know, when it comes to that stuff.
I'm very handy with tools of all kinds.
Wrong thing to say, Scotty boy. Boy, you know, there's times.
Good.
Did you want to elaborate on that?
No. You know, there's times when you say things and you hope nobody heard that. But with these guys here, and yeah, they don't miss nothing.
Fastball right down the middle, high up in the strike zone, right there.
That's
That's
right there.
Don't worry.
Started, and I was already smiling on this end, so you knew that. You know this show, you can't just say stuff like that.
I'm learning that.
Don't worry, there will be a
just
video
want you to
presentation
know.
later.
Yeah. What you shouldn't
I just want
say.
you to know, I didn't quite hear everything, but I will be listening to the replay tomorrow.
Who's that guy? Who's that talking?
At least there's two people now.
Yeah.
Dennis and Shirley.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got the time and where we're meeting before he got on the phone, so that'll be way before
It's true.
the
Hey,
hearing tomorrow, so we'll be good.
I've this is not for me and Elmo, but this is question is for you, and hope you can help us out. Do you know when the all nude women's mud wrestling championship is this year?
I do not.
Oh.
I didn't. I'm not participating this year.
I know you weren't participating. Oh, Megan Dennis is.
Maybe.
What does he wrestle under? Big Mama?
Right.
Did he ever pass that? And then I got to let you go because I had to take this last break. Did he ever pass that stone?
No.
Why don't you just?
Thing's still hanging on.
Why don't you just strip him down to his undies and maybe kick him in his in the.
We don't advocate violence on this program.
And kind of ease it out of him.
He needs to drink more water. He doesn't drink enough water. I think that would help move things along.
Well, here's my suggestion. You take him to the mall this afternoon, and you get my drift.
I got you.
And then just leave him at the bubbler or the water fountain there. You know why?
Maybe we could go shopping for some more tools.
More
That's right.
tools.
Go to the hardware store.
I got a $20 coupon if you want to use it at the adult bookstore.
For batteries.
Sweet.
For batteries only.
I was gonna, no, they give free battery. I mean, I've heard.
Okay.
I've heard.
All right. This is we've pushed the envelope pretty much as far as I want to take it this time. So, but anyway, stay warm and cuddle with the mister. Hang on his every word. Make him think he's in charge.
Kick him in the stone.
And then kick him in the stones.
Caleb needs to be turned. He needs to do that for me.
I'll give you one shot to name the secret word.
Secret word. How about chili?
You think it's chili?
Incorrect.
You
Like
think
as
it's
not chili to eat, but like chili. It's cold outside.
sorry, that's an incorrect answer. So
I'm not really good at.
got two losers in your house this morning.
This is true.
All right, I gotta go.
All right.
All right, thanks.
All right. Bye.
Let's take this other call. Can we?
Sure.
Good morning on Kenosha Today.
Hi, I just want to say it's so nice to hear Dennis's wife on the phone again. I missed her calling. I like her.
Well, she's now out on probation, so
Yeah.
you know.
She might be able to call a little bit more often now.
You hear that buzzing?
Well,
That's her leg monitor going
Good
off.
for her. I met her.
Scott
I
finally
met
let her out of the
at your
basement.
party that time outside at that your remote.
Oh,
And she
my birthday
seems like
party.
a very nice lady.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're all nice and warm and fuzzy now.
That's right.
Thank you, Shirley.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're a nicer, fuzzier show now.
Right.
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 My lifelong ambition is to be warm and fuzzy.
Yes.
And that fuzz you see is mold.
Right.
Yeah, better than cold and fuzzy.
True enough.
All right. We gotta take a
Okay, I
break.
just wanted to tell her, I'm so glad to hear her again.
Jeez, are you? Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Shirley.
I think you made your point.
She's been hitting the rum chowder this morning.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, bye-bye,
All right,
bye-bye.
I wanted to say about the tax service with 38 years of tax preparation. Heading down the home stretch on the Kenosha Today trolley ride this morning. If you just joined us, this is the January 26th edition of the Kenosha Today Weekly Report. The good news, we are still broadcasting live to over 1.4 million people residing here in the Kenosha Today nation. And the bad news, apparently, is we're going to be here every Saturday for the rest of the year, Elmo.
I guess so.
And I promise to be on my best behavior unless I'm provoked.
How's that working for
Unless
you?
my
How's that working for you?
Well, you know, Irish Ruth calls in. She provokes me,
She does.
and she takes our callers.
She likes to ramble.
Yeah,
She knocks you.
she goes after one of our faithful listeners, Paul and Racine, who's a very nice guy. See? We're being brought to you by our major sponsors, the Boathouse Pub and Eatery and Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of many other very fine local businesses. This morning's cast of characters, the ever-loving Elmo Schneider.
Good morning.
And from the galaxy called Spider Dome, the Love Doctor, Spider Ronnie.
Hey.
And along with our engineer board operator, one man on the planet who has the power to press one button and
take us off the air.
Completely off the air.
There it is.
You go home and you...
Oh, there's Scotty. That one button. Poor Scotty. He's trying to have a conversation. Oh, here. Let's get the listener involved, too, and bring Scotty back.
That,
All right. Yeah. Oh, there he's back. Yay.
And you get here that
It's a lot like that.
Well, we wouldn't have that problem with Jake.
No. He'd be hanging on your every word. But he hasn't sat with you for 2 years, so.
Well, maybe he can help my dating.
Yeah.
Oh, 23 years old, good looking guy.
He- younger prospects for you,
But
Scotty.
I am really saddened, and that he didn't know when the all nude.
I know.
He's a sports guy.
He is.
The
He
mud
is.
wrestling thing is. Boy, how can you have your own sports show and not know when that is? Come on. Oh well, I got to work with him.
Yep, it's true.
I got to work with him. Also, again, if you happen to miss our Saturday show, you can tune in here at AM 1050 WLIP tomorrow and relive all this magic. And don't forget to join the Kenosha Today Nation, like us on Facebook. Again, the status of the Secret Word Challenge to win a $20 Boathouse gift card from Barter's Financial Planning Services is yet to be unnamed. Elmo, do you want to give a hint?
The hint for the secret word today is parchment.
Now, there's one I can't spell.
Probably.
Parchment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 262-694-1050. And now, boys and girls, it's time for this week's special editorial segment, High Five Zingers and Doofuses. This morning's headliner is As the
Snowblower Turns.
As the Snowblower Turns. This week's High Five goes to the Lakeview Technology Academy for being one of 8 schools and the only high school nominated for the 2019 National Blue Ribbon Award. The National Blue Ribbon Schools program recognizes public and private elementary, middle, and high schools based on overall academic excellence. According to the State of Wisconsin report cards, Lakeview has significantly exceeded the state expectations, and so to Principal Bethany Ormseth and the great students at the Lakeview Technology Academy, we salute you for all your fine efforts. This week's Zinger, Elmo?
This week's Zinger, and we have an anti-Zinger too, but the Zinger goes to the Kenosha News for berating the citizens of Kenosha for not listing their houses for sale. Inventory has been down, and so is their advertising revenue. So it was a completely self-serving thing to do. You know, after me being in real estate for a long time, and it's got... Think of the opposite. They should be happy that people are choosing to stay in Kenosha and that people are moving in. I've been through times when they had a lot of listings because people were trying to get the hell out. So,
calm down. You see that vein?
Yeah.
That reminds me of Steve Casey when he's getting high.
I can hear the vein.
So they should rethink their premise there. It's a lot better to have people stay and fixing up their places and not selling them than having everybody trying to leave.
Building up. You know, this is the same Kenosha News that prints a story and then wants somebody to finish it for them? That Kenosha News you're talking about? Those guys. Okay, all right. Here's your anti-zinger.
My anti-zinger goes to Ace Davis, the 10-year-old in Lexington, Kentucky, that had the winning science fair project that says Tom Brady is a cheater. This kid is great, man. He put this whole thing together, did experiments. He has pictures, research, asked his question, came to its conclusion, and he won his local science fair with this thing, and he is now progressing to the state science fair competition. We asked him, what is he going to do there? He says, I'm going to win that too.
Tom Brady's a cheater. You got to love that guy. We got to get him. Where's he from? We got to get him.
Lexington, Kentucky.
Ace Davis, 10-year-old kid.
Yeah.
He's from Kentucky. He can bring you some more jelly.
Yeah. You know, going back to the Lakeview Academy, you know, and they won the National Blue Ribbon Award. Elmo and I won the Pepsi Blue Ribbon Award.
Right.
That's right.
We applaud
not to
kids.
be not to be confused with.
Our this week's doofus.
There you go.
Our United States Senate for being the doofus of the century this week for not doing the job we sent them to Washington for. Both Democrats and Republicans had the opportunity to end this government shutdown. This is before yesterday, and to that we say poppycock. To quote my good friend Forrest Gump, stupid is what stupid does. However, in this case, stupid is just plain being stupid. Did I say stupid? It was stupid.
I think you may have mentioned it once.
My suggestion is we send Forrest to Washington, bring $5 billion, a box of chocolates, and these characters on Bubba's Shrimp Boat, and send them packing. Run, Forrest, run. And I guess that's it.
All right.
For January 26th.
Did you think you had more?
Well, I was.
It's probably at the very bottom of the briefcase.
Taking a lesson, Elmo. He was
a little
building
senior moment there.
Right. Building the crescendo, and okay, go ahead. Oh, I guess we're done. Oh, there we go.
As the snowblower turns.
As the snowblower turns. Big thank you to the Boathouse Pub and Eatery, 4917 7th Avenue. Open.
Good morning. I'm calling. I got the answer for the word, and I also got a joke question.
Okay, first of all, wait a minute. Who are we talking to?
I'm Big Jim from Shawano, Wisconsin. Driving by again.
Oh, excellent.
Big Jim, is that an honorary title or?
You know, I've been there for the last 20 years with Lenny. I'm originally from Kenosha over here, Caddock Lake.
Okay. So you're passing through to someplace or what?
Well, I'm not in an automobile.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're drive by. I always listen to you guys the minute I get near Elmira.
Elmira, you can hear us way up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, Big Jim, what's your suggestion on the secret word?
I'm thinking the word is stationary.
No.
Incorrect.
Okay. Okay. Well, then the joke is, what do you call an extremely obese banker?
Is this the wait a minute?
He is a fortune teller.
Well, we're going to let you play Stump the Chumps, Jim. but you blurted out the word.
What's the answer?
Okay.
All right.
The answer, I mean. But that's okay.
That's okay. That
was
not a Stump the Trumps question.
Had you won Stump the Chumps, you know what the winner gets? You could have come in here and been one of our guests for a couple hours.
Well, I would love to do that sometime, but I can't this weekend.
Well, good. We only got 15 minutes left.
Another 15 minutes. So you're okay.
But I'm a good spinner. I'm a pain in the butt blind guy, so I wouldn't be there not cheating. Like
Wait a minute.
you guys
You're
do.
blind and you're driving on the highway? How's that work out?
He's fitting right in.
Car, so I'm a passenger today.
Oh, okay.
I was going to say, he's fitting right in with most of the other drivers.
Who's driving?
I don't know. I haven't seen her yet.
How do you know it's a
my
girl?
wife.
How do you know it's a
my
woman?
wife.
Oh, your wife.
is
How long
driving.
you been married, Big Jim?
10 years.
And does she call you Big Jim?
Yeah, sure. Well, that's one of the many things that she has called me when I...
So is that the second joke you wanted to tell me?
No, that's not a joke.
Oh.
I know I'm in trouble at home when she rearranges the furniture.
Hey, what happened to the sofa? You know, what happened to you? Well, 10 years, huh? That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're old. I'm an old fart too. I mean, I'm up there. I'm over 70 now.
Oh, okay. Well, you can be what they call big and old, Jim.
Is this you guys still known in circles as WDAR radio station? W Dead Artist Radio. Do you guys still play all that dead artist?
You got a whole routine you're going to do here, Jim?
Well, I don't want to,
Okay.
do it without getting some remuneration here.
Oh, okay, here's we're gonna crappiest. Here's our theme song.
Yeah.
Here, you got to listen to this, Jim. If you haven't heard this, this is our theme song.
Okay.
It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know. It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know. There's no other words to describe the show, so that's what I'm telling you so. It's the crappiest show on radio, the crappiest show I know.
So we got that going for us.
Yep.
Which is
Well,
nice.
that's pretty good, but I thought that was a TV show, WKRP for...
Yeah.
Well,
Johnny Fever.
yeah, Johnny Fever.
Well,
anyway, Big Jim, I hope are you coming to Kenosha, or are you just going to go past?
I am driving through it right this minute.
Okay, you're not stopping at all, huh?
Good.
We'd invite you to the boathouse and let you and the missus buy us a drink when we get off here in 15 minutes.
Well, it's getting really noisy where I am right now, and I'm not able to hear you.
Yeah, you can hear us in Lomira, but you can't hear us in Kenosha County.
Getting out of range.
It's really funny. I was told we just passed Route 20, and all of a sudden you went bad.
Listen, buddy, I've been bad a long time before this.
Bad and these.
All right, Big Jim, I got to take another call, but thanks for listening to us and
thanks.
being such a good
that's
sport.
okay. You guys have a great day and do something to keep warm. But don't burn the station down.
No, not if we can help it.
Bye.
That was the first thing on my mind. What happened to our other caller? They left?
I don't know. They hung up.
Well, now here's another caller. See?
Oh, well, hot damn.
Hot damn.
Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
Hello.
Hi, this is Mickey O'Shaughnessy. How are you, lad?
Wait a minute. It ain't St. Patty's Day, Mickey.
No, I'm calling in to remind everybody, all
okay.
you amateurs out there, don't start warming up on March 16th. Start now. You got a little under 2 months to practice for the big day.
That's right.
Hey, and you know what, Mick? You know what's going to happen this year?
What is it, lad?
Irish Ruth is going to kick your ass.
Is she getting those lads from the IRA after me?
She's going to take you out in the alley behind the garage, and she's just going to
use a Mickey Finn on
Mickey
you.
on all over you.
Open a can of
Oh, God. I'll have to slip her a Mickey, if you know what I mean.
Okay, Mick. Guess we got to take another call. Do we?
We can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mick. Well, hey, we'll keep you in mind. Good morning. You're in Kenosha today.
Hello. Did anybody get the word of the day yet?
Not yet.
No, but you already had a guess, though. You only get one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to help your guys' show out here. Have you mentioned anything about the weather?
No, we don't even talk about the weather here.
What makes you think this show needs help?
Well, how the heck are we going to get Lenny off the air if we can't get your ratings up?
Oh, our ratings are up.
Our ratings are up.
That would be under the impression that Scotty wanted to work 5 days a week in radio.
Well, come on. Sometimes you got to take one for the team.
He can just barely handle 2 hours on Saturday.
That's right.
Let alone
Yeah.
4 hours Monday through
You know
Friday.
what? I have a real sincere, I really do, appreciation for what Mr. Palmer does, because having 4 hours, 5 days a week, and, you know, it's just, I couldn't do that.
No.
I mean, I can screw around for a couple hours.
You filled in for you.
Yeah.
Your former.
I think
colleague.
you're giving a little too much credit on that. Captain Mike could do 6 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Him, you know,
prank call.
Yeah, Irish Truth keeps calling him, and between Irish Truth and Shirley, I mean, how can you fill 4 hours a day?
Well,
I'd rather not find out.
You guys know how much he can talk. You know how much he can talk.
Yeah, but he starts his story. He starts one of his stories like, "Hey, before my 80th birthday, I'd like to get this over with."
There you go, one story every day.
At least he knows what's going on with the weather, though.
Eric, I got a bunch of calls I got to take. I'll see you at the conference.
The winter storm's coming. The winter storm's coming.
That's right.
Okay, all right.
Run.
Run where?
Good morning, you're on Kenosha.
The winter storm's coming. The winter storm's
They got their phone radio on.
Hey, turn your... Who's this?
Hello?
Who's this?
Turn your radio off.
Thank you. Now, who's this?
My name is Karen.
Kara?
Hi, Karen.
Karen, okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Karen.
I wanted to guess the word of the day.
Okay, go ahead.
Diploma.
Incorrect.
That's a good guess.
Close.
You're getting closer. But
good try, Karen.
It's a good try, Karen.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
Good morning, you're on Kenosha today.
What in the heck was that whole thing, that rambling from IR a couple calls ago? This is Paul.
Oh, she took you to task. Oh, my God. I don't know.
That name never even came up when I was
I
talking
know.
to you.
And, you know, she's threatened to take you, cancel you off her family and friends plan. And this is going to get ugly.
Do.
She's going to.
Please do. You know what would be fascinating is to read the comments that people put in her high school yearbook. Can you just imagine? I mean, really.
You know what?
Probably can't read them on the air.
Yeah, that would be a good point.
You know, I mean, I can't even begin to think of what some of the comments would be, but you know, that would be something maybe you guys should consider for a show topic one time. Y'all bring in your high school yearbooks. I know y'all still have them, and just read the comments.
You know, I never got into that on any of the 3 years I was there. But you know, my high school.
I thought you were there for 6.
I was there for 6 years. Yeah. My high school yearbooks all in black and white. 67.
I'm sure it is. Mine are too.
And the first year I was there at Tremper, there was surrounding the school was in the middle of cornfields. So, anyway, I don't know what I shared that for you, but
well, Scott,
it's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, a couple other things too.
Okay.
K-Dog, did he retire?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
When did he retire?
January 2nd.
It was the official date.
I'm gonna have to give him a big hug and a kiss. I worked with him for 6 years.
Well, you better, because
Modine?
now that he's 24/7 with the missus, he ain't getting a whole bunch of that stuff anymore. So he could welcome a hug and a kiss from you.
Does he still have the sickle?
Oh yeah,
a couple of them.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I saw him on the YouTube video, and he looks good. I'm happy for him.
Yeah. I'll tell him he said hello. I got to take another call here, Paulie.
Bye.
All right.
Cheers.
All right. Bye bye. Good morning, you're on Kenosha today. Hello.
Hello.
Who's this?
Captain Mike in Mexico here.
Hey.
Captain Mike. Mike in Mexico.
How you doing?
One of our callers called in, and were you able to stream us or no?
No, it won't stream international. The message goes over and over again. Sorry, but we don't stream international anymore.
All right.